Hi everybody, my name is Em. Welcome back to my channel. Hello, welcome! For those of you who are new here, hi! Welcome to my channel. My name is Em and I'm the cookbook collector. It's so good to have you here with us. For those of you who are returning, hi! Welcome back! Today we're going to be continuing on my journey of cooking recipes that are not from cookbooks, though I have one coming up, but instead from shows and series that I like. The recipe for today is actually of my own concoction. It's based on an anime that was simultaneously one of my favorites, as well as one of the most disappointing animes I've had the fortune/misfortune to watch. Shokugeki no Soma. It's an anime about cooking, which is why it's not surprising that I like it. In this anime, people generally just have cooking competitions all the time. You know, it's about kids who go to school and then they have shokugekis, they fight each other. There's a lot of slightly X-rated foodgasm, so I would not recommend you watch it without headphones. About a few years ago, when I was really into the anime, I used to go on Reddit and the sub for this anime and basically cook up things from the anime and share photos of them there. So today what I made is actually a recreation of what I made back then. Past me was smart enough to write the recipes down, for which present me is actually really grateful. The recipe that we're going to be making today is actually, I keep wanting to say Ikumi, but I know that's not her name. So the recipe that we made today is actually a Dongpo pork curry, which is actually a Chinese dish. We get it a lot at our tappan shops here. What I did with that recipe was essentially take Dongpo pork, which is like a soy sauce kind of dish, and mixed in a little bit of the gamhyong curry base. So essentially what I ended up with even then was a Dongpo gamhyong curry, and oh my, it's so good. The first time I made it, I ended up just obsessed. I was just staring at it, like wiggling it, and I mean, y'all will see how it wiggles. If you've seen the anime, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Those of you who haven't seen the anime will be treated to the sight of pork belly jiggling in a slightly not safe for work way, but it will make you want to eat pork belly, that's for sure. And I generally do not like pork belly, but this one I will eat. Before we head to the kitchen, I'd like to ask those of you who haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I update on Tuesdays and Fridays and I'm trying to do it every week. There's going to be lots and lots of content, so if you like watching food being made, please do subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button below, share, and comment with what you'd like me to cook next. Now let's head to the kitchen. Now be honest, you like that jiggle, don't ya? As you can see, this recipe is really easy to make. I mean, essentially what it requires you to do is get a piece of pork belly, cut it up, tie it up, and just stew it for a few hours. I stewed mine for 30 minutes skin side down, and then I flipped it and stewed it for another hour skin side up, and then I flipped it again, stewed it for another 30 minutes skin side down, and then I flipped it again and stewed it for another 30 minutes. And that was how it turned out. So you can adjust it based on how strong your stove is. I used a Dutch oven, so there's a possibility that it might have cooked a bit faster than it would have if I used a regular pot. But essentially, for those of you who know your kitchens, I'm sure you'll figure out your own way to make it work. I would say a great indicator of when the dish is ready is when you use a fork or a chopstick and you just gently press down onto the pork skin. If it bounces back, it's a go. Now, where the rice is concerned, obviously you can just use any regular rice. I obviously went the extra mile and flavored my rice. It's pretty much my version of yao fan that you get with Hainanese chicken rice, but a bit more spiced, I guess, because in the anime, it was stated that Ikumi, I got that right this time, Ikumi had added some extra spices into her rice, therefore making it easier to eat with the somewhat rich pork. So the idea was to make sure it was a good balance, and I think I managed with that balance. I mean, I wouldn't go with too much of the oil. Just drizzle on as much as you're comfortable using because you don't want it to be oil on carbs. As for the vegetables, you can use whatever vegetables you want. I obviously just used Hong Kong kailan because I am a creature of visuals and I like that it has flowers. Do not, under any circumstances, leave out the spring onion. I promise you, it adds an extra depth of flavor and helps to cut the richness on the pork. Now, it's almost dinner time and I'm gonna go and eat some pork. I hope y'all enjoyed yourselves and I hope y'all learned a little something. Do come back next time. Remember to hit the subscribe button and I'll see y'all then. Bye!